Hello everyone, welcome to Dollar Tree Tuesday DIY. So today we're going to be doing a little, I'm not going to say a wreath, but a door hanging for spring, summer, kind of a nautical theme. And so let me show you what we're going to be using. Of course we're going to be using some of these really pretty spring Dollar Tree flowers. We have daisies, some cattails, and something called spike flowers. I have no idea. And then we're going to be using the grass with the little butterflies in them. We're going to be using some nautical rope. And then I hauled this frame this past week on one of my little impromptu hauls. And then we're going to be using this, which is one of the Dollar Tree kickboards. It's like foam or whatever. So we're going to be using that. And of course you're going to need a glue gun and some glue sticks. So let me clear some of this out and we'll get started. Okay, so we're back, and we're going to be using the frame, but I'm not going to be using the picture frame itself. So what we're going to do is remove the backing off of this and take out the insert of the picture. Save the glass. And we're going to be using the actual cardboard of this too. So let me carefully move this out so I don't break the glass. And I will save this for another project. I've been collecting the glass from different frames for another project that I'll be doing soon. Okay, let me move this out of the way. Now what we're going to do is we're going to Mod Podge this onto this board. And I'm going to take off the little metal backing. Or actually I might just leave it on, because I don't want to tear the cardboard up. So we're going to do some Mod Podge, and I got this from the Dollar Tree too. So everything except for these little tiny flip-flops are come from the Dollar Tree. But you can buy doll shoes at the Dollar Tree. But I found these little flip-flops when I was out walking in the snow in Pennsylvania when I was visiting Angie and Andrew. Hi guys. And so I've had this idea since way back in February when I was in Pennsylvania. So I'm just going to spread some Mod Podge on this. And I'm just going to glue this down. And this is to mainly give it some support, because I don't want to use the frame on the actual door hanging itself, because I think it would make it too heavy. Get this out of the way. Just making sure I get this covered really good. And get this all on there before it soaks in. Okay. So then I'm just going to line this up. Make sure it's centered. And all covered. Okay. Alright. Now, we're going to go ahead and Mod Podge the front of this as well, because this is going to be outside on my patio. And the cardboard is a little bit big, but that's okay. I can trim the edges of it when it gets so I'm just going to spread this on here. I just want this well protected so that when it hangs outside, it's not going to get messed up. And I may even go back and spray it with some spray stuff. I'm not sure yet. I think the Mod Podge will work fine though, because where I'm going to be hanging it, it doesn't really get any elements on it. Okay. And so if it's weathered and kind of not, straight, I'm fine with that, because, I'm just going for a natural look here. Like weathered wood. Okay. So now I'm going to set this aside and let this dry. And we'll move on to the next part. which will be the actual float itself. Okay, so we're going to work on our float now. And if you notice, it has these little wings on there. And I've debated about keeping them and stuff. But I'm actually going to cut them off so I can make sort of a straight line. And I'm just eyeballing this. Okay, so I'll get those out of the way. Now, what I imagined in my mind, and because I couldn't find like a float, like a regular float, when I used to go to the beach when I was a kid, we used to have these little floats or rafts, and we'd get out in the ocean and play with them. And I apologize for the shadow right now, but you all know that I keep kids and they get here very early in the morning, and it's late at night. That's when I get a chance to do my filming now. So I am going to wrap rope around here, wrap the rope around the sides of it, very carefully with my hot glue gun. And I'm going to kind of make it like the old rafts were. So I'm going to actually start on the end down here. And I'm just going to put some hot glue to get this started because it will melt it. So I have to work kind of quickly. Now, when I get to this part right here, I'm going to have to let this dry for a minute. I'm going to make a little loop. So this needs to dry for a minute so the glue will stick. Because I remember these rafts, and they had like little handles at the top, and they had little handles that stuck out on the side so you could grab them for every angle. And that's what I want to do. But the glue is going to have to obviously dry just a little bit so that I can form that. And I'm going to do that handle in the natural curve of the raft so that it will stick out like this. So I'm going to put the handle, and it's going to be like this. So I'm going to put that like that. Try to get this to stick out a little bit. So I'm going to start gluing on this end now. And very quickly lay that on there. Because it is hot. Extremely hot. Okay. And I like the way this actually looks. It's sinking in a little bit, if you can tell, into the side of it. And I like that look. I'm going to put this thing back here. But it is going to take a moment for it to dry some. So I'm just going to go around the side till I get to about the middle here. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make a little loop like this, and for my side handles. So I'm just going to keep gluing, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I thought I would show you what it looks like on one side. And here's my little handle here. And so I'm just working all the way around it. You do have to work very quickly and very carefully so that you don't burn too much of your foam here. Okay, so this is what we have. We have two handles on the side and two handles in the front. And I like the way that this did, even though it melts it a little bit. I got a little bit carried away right there, but that's okay. It's going to be covered up. But it melts it down into the actual float itself. And one thing I noticed, it becomes really rigid. But you are going to have to be careful when you work with it. It is extremely hot, and the plastic makes it even hotter. You will burn the bejeebers out of your hands if you're not careful. But this is nice and sturdy, and it's not going anywhere. So I really like the way that turned out. Now we're going to get our little frame here. Okay, so here's our frame. It's all dry. And I did actually put a couple more coats on it just to make sure that it's, that it's not so, I'm trying to adjust this so the glare's not so bad. It's protected a little bit. I do see some brown edges. I'm just going to go here, just eyeball this and cut off the brown edges. because we don't want brown edges showing on it. Okay. There we go. Okay, and then this is going to go in the middle like this. And I decided that I turned it over, and I think I am going to put it on. I was thinking about putting it on this side. I'm not sure. I may put it on this side so I can stick some flowers in it, and this sits a little bit better right here. So all I'm going to do is flip this upside down right here, and then I'm just going to take a little pencil mark here. I'm going to take a little pencil, little pen right here, and I'm going to mark a line going down here and a line going down here. And this lets me mark those ridges because I am going to put my glue on the board instead of putting it on the float, even though it'll be on the float, so that when it hangs up, it's going to sit like this. Because remember, I'm going to put some flowers in here. But I want to get my board on there before I start putting flowers in. So I'm just going to squeeze a good amount of glue on these lines here, because I know that it will hit the ridges since I lined it up with the ridges. And again, this will melt a little bit, but it doesn't melt a lot. It really won't hurt it. And I'm just going to center that up and press down. And it's warm through this board. I just want to make sure that it stands up like this. And we're going to give that a minute to dry on there. Because when it's stuck, it's really stuck. Because it just sort of melds into the plastic. See, I'm loving how this is looking already. Okay. I'm just going to put a little bit more right here on the bottom. Okay. All right. So I can get rid of this extra rope for right now. So now we're going to get our flowers and take a look at what we're going to do. Of course, I like to put the tallest things in first. And the tallest things, see, this is a channel right here. And the tallest things are these little spike yards or whatever they're called. Now, this is going to be hanging up from this loop right here that we glued on, we made. Of course, I'm not going to put all these together. And I'm also going to put a few from the bottom as well. So, I'm just going to cut some of these apart. And we're going to put these in from the bottom. And I'm going to be very carefully in the middle of this. I'm just skimming the edge of it. You see right here, and I'm sticking some of my flowers inside the foam. Now, it's not going through. See this? I'm just sticking it through some of the foamy part. And that's going to hold it, and I don't have to use tons of hot glue. Because, you know, I don't want to have too much going on here. So we're going to put those in from the top. Just making sure that I'm not going all the way through the foam. I'm just sort of penetrating those like that. You can see it. And I'm going to put 3 at the top and probably 3 at the bottom. And I'm just going in from the foam and just barely skimming under in between the layers like that. Okay? See how that looks? And then I'm going to take some of the cattails, the grasses, and I'm going to stick those in as well, because they would be my next highest. So I'm going to stick those the same way that I did the other ones. Making sure that I'm not going all the way through. Like that. And I'm going to give the grass a little haircut, probably. I don't want it quite that high. So it looks like that. Okay. I'm not liking that grass. Take that grass off. Okay, stick one from this side. Making sure that I'm not going through. So we have that. And then I'm going to put some daisies in there. So my daisies are going to be like down here closer to the bottom of the board like this. And I actually don't mind that like that. Uh-oh. I popped off a head somewhere. You do have to be careful sometimes with Dollar Tree flowers because they do tend to pop off, and I have no idea this one went. So you know what? We're going to glue it. Alright, I'm going to take these out so I know where I'm placing them. I'll work with this for a minute. Okay, so I have those all glued in. They're kind of warm. So now I'm going to decide if I'm going to leave some at the bottom or not. I really wanted to put some in the bottom, but I think I'm going to add maybe one of the butterflies at the top. I may even add some flowers sticking out the sides. Not really sure yet. I just got to see how it looks. Just kind of play with it a little bit. I might actually put the grasses at the bottom. Or I may. I'm not sure. Okay. I'm going to put this right here at the top, I think. Stick him in a little bit. Bend him over. And I'll make sure I get it to hang, I take a picture of this and use it as the thumbnail so that you can see the whole thing. I'm not sure if I want to add flowers to that at the bottom or not. I really kind of like the way that looks, but I do want to add something else to some of the sides. So while I'm trying to decide, I'm going to add my little flip-flops. I just think those are so cute. It says, beach house rules, live in the sun, shine, swim in the sea. And I think I'm going to put these down here at the bottom. But I really wanted them on the board. I think I'm going to put them just like that. I don't think they have to be together. So I'm going to lift that up, lift the flowers out of the way. Now, I think I want to know if I want flowers. I don't want flowers. But I do want some flowers coming out the side because it is springy summer look. So I'm just going to cut a few of these. And I think I'm just going to put them around the sides of it like this. Okay, so I'm going to just stick that in there on the side. You know, when you're doing flowers and stuff, it's just personal preference. There is no right, there's no wrong way to do it. You just do what makes you happy. I like that there, and the little butterfly there. I think I'm going to put another little butterfly. Right there. And in between there, to cover some of that up, I may even put another daisy. I like the daisies. And I chose daisies because daisies was my mom's favorite flower. And when I do some things once in a while, I like to look around and you know, have a little piece of my parents in my home. And I'm just going to put one on this side. Just stick it in the plastic. That way I don't have to worry about hot gluing it and melting my float anymore. Because it works as a nice little foam insulator. I mean, little foamy thing. Yeah, I cut one of those off. Now, when you cut your stems off and you leave stems or you take flowers off your stems and you have a bunch of these, don't throw them away, because when you make other kinds of flowers and stuff, you can use those to make your stems with. And my good friend Gareth gave me that tip a long time ago. There we go. Actually, I think I'm going to cut this off and glue it on the board. There we go. I'm not sure how I would like the grasses coming out of here. Yeah, I don't think I want anything. To me, that doesn't look right. But I do want some color around the bottom of it. So I'm just going to glue a few of these four flowers on. And I'm just cutting the back of it off so that it will lay flat on my board. Ouch, hot. Hot, hot. Just trying to make it so you can see the word. Right there. There we go. Okay. So I think I'm going to call it quits. There's my little raft. My handle's on both ends. And my handle is up here. And I think that is really cute. So I'll make sure that I have a picture of it on the and somewhere in the video there'll be a picture. Okay, so now you all know that I'm having a challenge, and it's Watch and Win challenge, And so each and every time I upload a video, I'm going to give you a word. And if you watch this video all the way through, the word is beach. So somewhere in your comment, use the word beach. And if this is the video that I randomly pick to choose my winners from, then all those who comment beach, I know has watched the videos. So please make sure that you like this video and you comment the word beach. And if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so by hitting that little subscribe thing up there. And that way, and hit the bell so you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. I have Dollar Tree hauls every other Tuesday, and on the Tuesdays that I don't have a haul, I have Dollar Tree crafts for you. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this project. I have been waiting a long time to do this, and I'm proud to say this is an original idea that I had. I thought of an idea all by myself. Anyway, I've never seen anybody else do this before, so if they had, sorry, but I'm claiming it right now because I've never seen one done before. So anyway, don't look at items in your store, Dollar Tree, or anywhere. You know, I never use anything that it's intended for. So look at different things in different ways. Miss Tracy Phillips taught me that. Hi, Tracy. So again, thank you for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye.